What is happening, you wonderful people? So, I just got home a little bit ago from seeing the new action romance Quan film, Love Hurts. And in this film, Marvin is a Milwaukee realtor who receives a crimson envelope from Rose, a former partner in crime who he left for dead. He now finds himself thrust back into a world of ruthless hitmen and double crosses that turn his open houses into deadly war zones. Hunted by his brother, a volatile crime lord, Marvin must confront the choices that haunt him and the history he never truly buried. And that's all I can say without giving too much away. Let's talk about it. So truly there was only one main reason I was excited for Love Hurts. I had no expectations for this film, and I actually walked into this film blind. I did, because going into this film today, I hadn't read any good reviews, any bad reviews. I hadn't heard of any good or bad reviews. So I went into this movie blind, hoping I would actually thoroughly enjoy it, like I hope I enjoy every movie I see. But at the same time, not having any expectations because the marketing wasn't great for this film. They only released one trailer, and I thought the trailer was, it looked run-of-the-mill and paint-by-numbers. It did, and I was just like, we'll see. Quan is making me want to watch this film because Quan is one of the best actors today. He's fun, he seems like he's a good guy, and he's a great actor, and he's the nicest guy in Hollywood, so I didn't love it. And I wanted to love it more. There are some fun moments, and there's some moments that do not work. So let's talk about the positives first. Starting off the bat, I think that this is a fun movie to see with the crowd. Like, it is really fun to see with the crowd because there's humor in this film that there are moments that are legit funny in this film. Like, there were moments where I was laughing at the stupidity of this film, and there were moments where I was laughing at just how run-of-the-mill and how paint by numbers, how generic and predictable it is. And I was just laughing. They had some legit funny moments, but also at the stupidity of it. I'm just like, this is so stupid. This is so stupid and so random. It's such a random film. But the action's great. I will say that. I actually really enjoyed the action. You can tell they took inspiration from John Wick or Nobody or any Jason Statham film or any action film. You can see and tell that they took inspiration from that. And the fight scenes are rad. I actually found myself going, whoa, that's insane. Like, some of the stunts that Quan was pulling off, and Marshawn Lynch, and all these fighters in the film, I'm just like, all these people fighting in the film, especially with Ariana DeBose. And Ariana DeBose is really great in this film. She was great. Marshawn Lynch is great. Quan is great. There's a cameo in this film. I'm not going to give it away, but you'll know who I'm talking about when you see the film. I don't want to say who it is, because when you find out in the film when you're watching it, you're going to get a laugh out of it. You're going to be like, oh, that is hilarious. Like, the crowd I was with got a kick out of it, and when he showed up, I got a kick out of it too. I was like, that is hilarious. Okay. And the cast was great. The acting was actually pretty solid. Like, I really enjoyed the cast. I did. And the action's great. I really enjoyed the action. And there are some legit, not all the humor lands, but for the most part, the humor lands okay. Not all the humor works, but there are some legit funny moments. And this film is fun to see with the crowd. My crowd was really getting a kick out of it, and it's fun in its own merit. Like, there are fun moments, but that's all I have. Now, talking about my negative, this movie, for the most part, the negatives outweigh the positives in this film, and I talked about my positives, but I gotta talk about the negatives because there are a lot of problems with this film, and I have a lot of issues with this film. And going back to the humor, it's a funny film. Like, there are some legit funny moments, but not all of the humor lands. And most of the time I was laughing, but some of the time I was like, okay, we get it. We'll move on. We get it. And the story and the characterization, the narrative are both so forgettable. Like, there's no depth, there's no nuance, it's just, I wouldn't say it's soulless or like hollow or lifeless. I would maybe say the look of the film is kind of maybe a little bit lifeless and hollow because I don't like the way it's directed. It's not really a great looking film. It's very low budget, and you can tell there's like green screen at some points during the film. But the story is just run of the mill. It's just very paint by numbers, generic and predictable, and you've seen it a million times before. And it's just, the story's an absolute incoherent mess. Like, they go from this bad guy chasing down this person, this bad guy chasing down this person, and these bad guys chasing down this person, and these bad guys chasing down this person. It's all over the place, and you don't get a time to relax, and you're just sitting there like, you're bored, and the pacing is so fast paced. This movie with credits is an hour and 23 minutes long. Without credits, probably an hour and 15 minutes long. And it feels longer than that. And it feels really, you're bored. And it just, on those levels, it just doesn't work. And the villain or villains in this film are just, like, the villains don't work. The villains don't work. And it truly is all over the place. And with that low budget feel, it just takes you out of it. And for how small of a scale and low budget this film is, it's very small. It's a small size film. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work. And it's just, for the scale and the scope and the size, just how small this film is, it's just, there's no nuance. It doesn't work for me. And I really wanted to like it more than I did because Quan is one of my favorite actors. He's phenomenal. He seems like he's a good guy. He knows what he's doing. He's fun. He's the nicest guy in Hollywood. If I ever get a chance to meet him, that will be the day. I want to meet Quan. He seems awesome. He seems cool. But it didn't work for me, man. It didn't work for me. So yeah, overall, I really wanted to enjoy Love Hurts more. I really did. Just like I want to enjoy every movie I see. But that did end up being the case, and, it happens. It happens, and I'm hoping the next film Quan does, I will enjoy, because I always cannot wait to see what he does next. He's great in almost everything he's in, Goonies, Loki Season 2, he's great. But I just didn't feel myself having an overall good time in this film. There are some really good moments, but there's some fun moments, but I just didn't feel like myself fully engaged and invested in this story, these characters, what the story had to offer, what these characters had to offer, and I just didn't really enjoy it that much. So I'm going to give Love Hurts a solid 3 out of 5 stars.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
It's just fine. And if you want to go watch it a Friday night, a Saturday night, when you have nothing else to do, definitely go check it out. On Valentine's Day, if you want to go take your date to go see it and y'all have nothing else to do, by all means, go watch it. But for me, it was just a fine time. It was okay. That'll wrap up this video. Thank y'all so much for watching. If you are new to the channel, please do not forget to subscribe, like, comment, share on this video. We're at 757 subs. Next big milestone is 800, reaching that quickly. And then 9, the big one's 1K, beyond that as well. And if you're new as well, I do movie reviews, TV show reviews, trailer reactions, movie live streams, movie news, movie rankings, all that wonderful movie stuff under the movie umbrella. And let's talk about it in the comments down below. Love Hurts officially releases in theaters tomorrow. So if y'all are going to see it, or y'all excited for this film, or y'all not excited for it, if you already got a chance to see it, if y'all saw it in advanced screening, did y'all like it? Did y'all not like it? Let's talk about it down below. Keep talking movies and wonderful people. Cheers.